What impact would Richard Sherman have on this defense if he comes back and starts against the Rams? Now, real quick, Kyle Shanahan was asked today if he's going to start, and he gave a great answer. He said, hey, when he's 100% healthy, yeah, he'll be back out there, but we'll have to see if he's 100% healthy. We'll see today at practice. So there's no guarantee that he's going to be starting and giving a full workload. But if he does, what impact would that have on the Niners?
I think having Sherman back for this game out of all the games remaining is big, because I think the Rams' passing offense is better, keeping the ball close. And as we saw against the Bucs this past week, and then as we saw what the Bucs did against the Saints, they keep it close. And then the Niners combated what the Saints did the week before, or what the Bucs did against the Saints the week before, and kept it close and kind of neutralized that New Orleans offense until Breeze was injured. Then all hell broke loose with Jameis out there. But having Sherman in to defend those short passes against Kupp and Woods, I think is better for this defense. On certain downs, I definitely would rather have Emmanuel Moseley and Jason Verrett out there, because I think Josh Reynolds is going to be due for at least one 35-yard catch in this game if Sherman plays the whole game. But I think having Sherman for this would help the defense.
Yeah, I think it could have both a negative and a positive impact depending on how the Niners play it. Like, for example, if they put Sherman in and say, all right, Moseley or Verrett, we're going to sit you for a good portion of this game, then that's kind of all right. Now you're kind of like, especially because we don't think that, or at least I don't think Sherman's going to be back next year. But it's a positive. Like, great, you get that leadership. It's still a pretty talented player. I know it's his first game back, so he might have some rest, or he most likely will have some rest. But I think the way it can be positive is somehow they do put Moseley maybe in that slot and they switch it with Jamar Taylor. But I feel like that's not going to happen. I feel like they're still going to keep Jamar just because they feel comfortable with him out there, especially
because
now
he's
you're
good.
rotating.
He's good.
All right, man. You're and your best friend. He's all right. God damn it, you let me loose. Yeah, and plus with Tavarius Moore out there, I think if it's going to help them more, even though as much they don't trust them unless they have an injured player out there. But that does make it help. So I think it's just one or the other. It could be positive the way how they're taking away snaps from either Moseley or Verrett, just kind of the way how they play him. But especially if they let him in on like certain man coverage plays if they had to go that route.
So I think Sherman has a lot. He can help this team a lot in the locker room, just talking with the defense. He can help in that aspect. But as far as production, the struggles with the defense isn't really in the back end. It's more so getting to the quarterback. And Sherman doesn't help that case for me, doesn't narrow that gap. They're fine where they're at right now in the secondary. They're top 10 in yards per game. They're 11th in points per game. They're doing a good job on defense. They are.
Yeah.
What they need is a pass rusher. Sherman's not that. So, but what he can help is a team-wide accountability by holding players to a certain standard. That's what he helps in. But as far as production in the secondary, I don't think that it really does much at this point.
Just line him up on the edge rusher. Let him see what he does.
Yeah, who's to say he can't play? He's never had a chance.
Yeah, man. Come on, Leo. What are you doing?
All right, Jack.
I think it's going to be interesting to watch how they handle this because, as I think it was Jose said, he's probably not expected to come back. And you've got two other guys who you're going to want to, I think you're going to want to keep Verrett and you're going to want to keep Moseley and bring those guys back next year. So it's going to be interesting. Do you bench either of those guys to get reps for Sherman? I don't see that as really the best case scenario. The more I thought about it and listened to folks talk, I think the idea of using him in nickel or dime situations where you're moving Moseley into the slot makes the most sense. I've kind of come to lean in that direction, but I don't necessarily want to see him playing the whole game this week at all.
Yeah, after listening to Kyle Shanahan, I'm confident that that's what they're going to do. I'm confident they're going to do the right thing and not just throw him back right away. He said he would, because I think that's what you kind of have to say to cater to Sherman's ego. Yeah, when he's 100% healthy, he's out there. But he may not be 100% healthy. We don't want to rush him back and coming off something serious. There's going to be all kind of reasons. And plus, if Jason Verrett and Emmanuel Moseley continue to play well, they can just be like, well, he's not 100% healthy yet. Sorry, he's still coming back. If they were to just throw him out there in this game, I think it would be a panic move, and I think it would be bad. I think it would be bad because the defense is playing so well without him. Like, why would you change something that's not broken? Why would you fix something that's not broken? If Moseley starts stumbling and giving up big plays, then get him the hell out of there and bring in Richard Sherman. But that's not happening right now. I mean, Emmanuel Moseley and Jason Verrett just shut down Emmanuel Sanders and Michael Thomas. Why would you make a change in the secondary now at this point? You can always do that 2 games from now. If like the way I always go baseball metaphor, like right now the Niners cornerbacks are the equivalent of a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a shutout. Why would you go to the bullpen now? You can go to the bullpen in the 8th inning.
That's Kevin Cash.
What's that?
That's Kevin Cash.
From Tampa.
Oh, sorry. I'm just saying, it's like you can always make that switch. There's no reason to make that switch. Your guy is cruising right now. Easy. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Richard?
But, yeah. Go ahead. Finish that.
No,
finish
you
that
say. I was just going to say something snarky.
I was going to say, if he says, hey, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to play, he's absolutely going to be on the field over Emmanuel Mosley, and Jamar Taylor will be in the slot, because instead of putting their best 11 out there, they're not going to want to move Mosley from an outside corner into nickel, and if something happens to Sherman or Verrett, knock on some wood, they're not going to want to have to put them back out into the outside, so they're just going to keep them there as far as a need-be basis.